Bruce Springsteen, sometimes known as the Boss, is an American singer-songwriter and musician. He's known for his songs about working-class Americans, and his style is often described as heartland rock, which is a combination of rock and kind of this working-class stories. He's one of the world's best-selling music artists ever. He's been active since 1964, but his break came in the mid-70s, notably with the album Born to Run. His style is mostly rock, but with elements of folk. He's been consistently highly regarded, and is just about to release his 21st studio album. This is October 2022 as I speak. He is famed for the energy and length of his live shows.
Hi, my name's Dan, and this is a review of the album Magic by Bruce Springsteen, which was his 15th studio album. It was released in 2007, and it's my first time listening to it. And apparently it was his first with Eat Street Band, who was well known for recording with for a while. So I would describe this as rock. I think it's fairly as straightforward rock as you can get, I think. It's got simple chords and tunes, and it's just straight up. It's not particularly hard rock, but it's kind of middling, I would say. Not to say that means it's mediocre. I'd say there's less of the heartland aspect. So some people will always label Bruce Springsteen as heartland rock, but my understanding of that is that this is not just about the sound and the style of the music, but it's also about the content. And the content for heartland rock to me is everyday stories about everyday people. And I think that this album is more about himself than about stories about other people. It is, however, really mainstream and very, very accessible to anybody who likes rock. So I have inbuilt prejudices for and against some acts. I am trying to overcome when I have inbuilt prejudices for, but I have an inbuilt desire to dislike Bruce Springsteen. And for, I can't even be bothered with the reasons. It was when I first became aware of him, and there were certain aspects of, I think it's more down to who liked him, that I kind of didn't respect their opinions. So, and I would say I feel like this is not dismissed easily. And he has impressed me recently in his kind of public life for speaking up for things that he believes in. But that's not so much about his music. There are quite a few songs here that if there was somebody else, I would embrace them probably more easily. So I think I am still suffering a little bit from this anti-Bruce prejudice, but I'm trying. I'm working on it. But I mean, others of these songs really are just very Bruce. And he has a tendency, or one of the things that I associate with him is a tendency to be very repetitive. And I think that I noticed is it's quite, well, it is straightforward. It's definitely very straightforward, which means it's lacking in nuance at times. And sometimes it's a little bit too straightforward for me. However, there will be a lot of people for whom that is the thing that really sells it to them. And I don't say that makes it an easy thing to do. Doing something that seems simple and straightforward isn't necessarily as easy as it might seem, but it does kind of slightly takes the tail off my potential enjoyment of it, I would say. I do wonder, I don't know if he's ever done this, I do wonder if he'd do well with a collaboration album, so with a female singer. So I'm particularly thinking of Raising Sound, which was kind of, it's Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, and it's a great pairing. And there have been other ones like that I've heard where it's a great pairing, and I think that his voice would be complemented in a good way by that. So that's just a suggestion, Bruce, if you're watching this, which I very much doubt. But ultimately, this album was designed to sell well and to go down well in stadiums, and it achieves both of those things, I think. So it's crafted, straightforward, reasonable rock, but mostly I find it a little two-dimensional. But if you like classic Bruce, it has that kind of feel. And I wonder if, I don't know all the albums in between, I wonder if this is a return to the kind of classic Bruceness of the 80s. Or potentially, if you're a big fan of Bryan Adams, this might be very much in your wheelhouse as well. So I got, sort of mixed, kind of muted. I like it okay, but there are things that I like better, obviously. But that's just my opinion, and which, of course, is what I'm going to do when I do a review. But I'd love to know what your opinion is. So will you let me know what it is, please, by leaving me a comment. That's it from me for now.
Got a corn in the palm, I can make it disappear. I got a card up my sleeve, name it and I'll pull it out your ear. I got a rabbit in my hat, if you wanna come